Hello and welcome BitMonger family, JMonger here. In today's video we're going to be doing a quick look at the markets, the crypto markets, and we will also be looking at an indicator, a video that I saw earlier of Colin Talks Crypto. Pretty interesting guy. He's looking at one indicator, it's the M2 money supply, and that's a pretty popular indicator that's used by many analysts that look for where to, try to get out of your Bitcoin, or where not necessarily where to get out, as we'll learn, but where to judge how much Bitcoin could increase in price. So he has some really interesting information. So we'll be looking at that right after we take a look at the markets. So let's take a look at what's happening today in the markets, and we can see Bitcoin, Shazam. It is up at $123,000, boys. That's looking solid. Ethereum's bumping up against 4,800. It's looking solid. It's almost there. So we're only about roughly $100 away from Ethereum's all-time high. Remember, when Ethereum breaks its all-time high and goes into price discovery, I think we are off to the races, and then we will see other larger coins and the crypto market overall pump. Not all of them are going to go up, guys, because it's not like the last time, in the sense that there's just so many more coins, so not all of them can catch a bid. So you need to be more strategic in what you're buying and have a thesis on why you believe it is going to go up. So anyways, what do we got Solana at? Solana's trading at almost $208 per coin. I hope you guys took the trade. I was banging on the table. Go back and look at my videos, guys. A month ago I was talking about why I think it's a great bet, and I think it was trading around 160 at that time. So up, making money. So yeah, it's looking good. I mean, the whole market cap is massive now. It's getting much bigger. We got a market cap now of $4.28 trillion, man. It is growing. It is developing. Let's go ahead and take a look at what this video was about. We see these two time frames in which it basically peaked out exactly at the same time, so there's a higher correlation there. So if we're looking purely at just the time, it's expected that Bitcoin should top out around October 22nd, in about 70 days from today. Ethereum usually follows that for another 3 weeks, and then the other smaller altcoins. So that pushes it out till the middle of November. So that's the time that we're most likely, based on time in previous cycles, that we are likely to see Bitcoin go rip, and also our alt bags, doing some fantastic multiples. So we'll see. Let's go ahead and continue watching this.
How does this play into things? Now, we have this global M2 supply line, which says that liquidity continues to come into the system with a big correction here. And my question right now is this the top? Let's look at where October 20th is. Interestingly, October 20th falls right at this valley. And of course, it doesn't have to be necessarily exact to the day. It could be right here. Maybe that's the top for Bitcoin. Maybe it's right here. I would say somewhere in this range right here is where this time-based prediction is sort of forecasting a top could be. Is right around here if you were to look at where it relates to the global M2 supply line. I want to take a sub-step and just look at this right here. We have Bitcoin basically retesting all-time highs. It's 122,000 today. And it's followed from August 2nd all the way till August 13th, that move. You can see here's global M2 bottoming and kind of sub-peaking. And look at this, bottoming and possibly forming a sub-peak. So this is a very short-term correlation I've done. Now, one thing we know is that, and Benjamin Cowen from Into the Cryptoverse covered this, and he gets full credit for a lot of what I'm going to say here. And he's right that in all 3 past Bitcoin cycles, the global M2 line kept running up after Bitcoin actually topped, meaning it led us astray. Meaning if you kept holding your Bitcoin because you saw the global M2 line going up in every one of those past 3 cycles, you would have been severely misled and left holding the bags during the bear market.
Okay, so there you have it. Very interesting. Very interesting things to be considering, guys, going forward. You need to be looking at all different angles. You never want to use only one indicator, though, okay? You want to use multiple good indicators that have a high hit rate, and you want to see confluence when they, the majority of them are agreeing that it is near a top or at the top, okay? And generally speaking, you're never, ever going to be able to pick the exact Pico top. So if you can get within, 80%, within that top, 20% of where it tops out at, that's great. You made money. You made really good money. So keep that in mind, guys, as we're going forward. Here's another thing that you can look at. But here it says coinglass. You probably can't see the whole thing in here because the way it's framed. But coinglass, go there. You can see bull market peep indicators. It's got a whole bunch of them. Over here off to the right-hand side, you would be able to see the progress in which they are at within the cycle, and it's a good source. There's tons of indicators that you can look at in here to try to determine where we are at top. Okay, all right. So there you have it, guys. Interesting take on Bitcoin, where we are in the cycle. Markets are running up. It's looking good. Let's just strap it in. Look for opportunities. Look for key things to break. I'm looking to see Ethereum break new all-time highs and look for opportunities in there. As soon as I start seeing, I'm already in positions, but I'm going to be adding to my positions when I see Ethereum break all-time highs and money start flowing into the alts. Then I'll probably add to my bets, increase them, bringing up the dollar cost average, which is fine. That's how you want to go into it, guys. You never want to go balls deep right in the beginning. You want to, you can in some cases, but that's generally very dangerous. I would only ever do that in extreme fear during a bear market. When you're already in a confirmed bear market, doom and gloom's hit, it's gone down massively, and then there's some sort of extreme fear event, that is usually the best time to be going in balls deep if you decide to do that. Otherwise, it makes more sense just to take smaller positions, get clear direction of where it's going, and then scale into the bet. All right? Anyways, that's how I do it. Hope you're all doing well, and Monger on.